Greetings, family. It is Empress D checking in. I'm hoping everybody is doing well and taking care of themselves, getting to know themselves, being authentic, loving themselves, getting out in nature. That's what I'm hoping for all of you, family. Wanted to check in with you, family. It's been a week since the passing of Charlie Kirk. So much has happened and so much has changed within this last week, family, and I'm having goosebumps as I'm sharing this. Something just isn't right with this case, and I think that anybody that's following it can see that there is a lot of official narratives that are being communicated from governmental resources that just aren't adding up, family. There's this book called the Celestial Book of the North. I think that's what it's called. It's this big, thick 8x10 book that I own. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me right now, and I wish I did. But I got it probably in 2020 or in 2021. And this book predicted that once the global governments started to fail is when humanity as a collective will learn that we are not alone and that there are other entities that live in and among us, and the world is not what you think. The spiritual world is real. It is common knowledge that humans can see less than 1% of the light spectrum, meaning that there's so many entities and beings around us, so many energetic forces around us that we cannot see with the naked eye. What is happening with the Charlie Kirk case is that I predict that this is where the US government will be exposed. And in that exposure will be the downfall of governments, at least. That's my prediction, and that's what I see. I don't know that what has happened is going to remain a secret, and that those that orchestrated the Charlie Kirk event will get away with it. That's just my sense, family. The collective is waking up. A lot of people are waking up to the fact that the way that the world is as we see it on the surface is not what it actually really is. And that there is a lot of manipulation that takes place in order to foster control over populations and all of us on planet Earth. I think we are at the precipice of that all changing, family. And that is just my humble prediction. I know that I could be viewed as some kind of crazy lunatic by thinking, or for me it's knowing, that there are other entities besides human beings that exist on this plane. And I don't mind if people think that way. Because again, we are all going through our own experience and living our own journeys. However, I firmly believe that as a collective, we are not going to be able to deny that there are other life forms other than human beings residing on this planet. I can't help but communicate that things are starting to unravel. And again, I am here for it. Another thing that's happening as we speak is that on September the 12th, another interstellar body was discovered. And this one is bigger than the AI Atlas one that I spoke about the other day. And apparently in October of 2025, both of these interstellar objects, if they continue on the trajectory and path that they are on, will end up behind our sun. We need to brace ourselves, family. I think we're in for a ride. I communicate all this not to instill fear. There should be no fear at all. What I do think that we need to do is start to pay attention to what's going on around us and actually really try to focus on leading with love. Love, it starts with loving yourself enough to be honest with yourself and to heal yourself. And once you begin to do that, it extends to others, family. That's the extent of my message today. I'm going to continue on my walk. I've got several things that I've got to do in a short while. So I'm going to leave you with that, family. Again, I'm sending love and healing vibes to all. And I love and I value all of you, family. And I really do, until you give me a reason not to. And then I'm indifferent towards you. I don't hate anything or anyone. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message, family. I love and I value each and every one of you. One love.